welcome back. So as some of you may know, and a lot of you probably don't, well, I'm a fabricator, and this is going to be very exciting because this is the start to my first product that I'm releasing on my website. It is GU Patrol exhausts. Now, this kit's going to be available for all of you, obviously, and it comes in a range of variety. So 3-inch, 4-inch, you can do gutted mufflers, you can do a muffler in it. It's all V-banded and it all comes with brand new mounts as well. So that's extremely exciting. Take out all your old shitty mounts, and yeah, that's about it. So I'm going to crack into getting this dump off and we're going to start there. So come along with me. Alrighty, so I've got the dump tacked up. So what you'll notice, I have 245s tacked there. This will not be in the kit. It'll be a clean 90. I've just, the order messed up pretty much. But you'll see it's quite close to this clutch lobe as well. So with these dumps, they're going to be completely heat wrapped. So you'll have no dramas with these fucking out because of heating issues, which is quite common on TDs actually. So what I'm doing right now, I've got a flexi on me and just line up where I want it, sit around here, and then from that I'll put a little piece and a V-band and then continue on in 4-inch. Alrighty, and that is the dump all tucked up. So you'll see from this, there's a bit of play still, so it goes up, clears that cross member easily, and then I can transition from that V-band into a 4-inch and have no clearance issues. Yeah, time to weld her up and then continue on with the next piece. And that is the dump pipe all welded up. Yeah, so we'll continue on with the mid pipe tomorrow. Just got to put my old exhaust on because I have to daily the thing. So, but yeah, chuck on the old exhaust and then mid pipe crack on tomorrow. And yeah, she's coming along mint so far. So I'll be able to transition from the 4-inch to that and continue it on. It's going to sound fucking mint. Welcome back. We've got another day in the shed. So carrying on, I've got the Ute U-bolts. So on the Ute, on the body, they have 2 big U-bolts that link. So just to stop the body from ever disconnecting. You can see at the back at the top, that's where the wagons are. So making this kit, it's 280 from the chassis. So I've marked that out so I can miss that. So they can fit wagon and Utes. So what I've got going on here, I've got a 3-inch to 4-inch reducer, and I've cut about a 2-degree angle on the end of this 4-inch. So let me just chuck her on. So once she's connected, she misses everything and kicks down slightly because that 3-inch V-band is actually kicking up to the floor. So it's got to miss the top of the floor and shoot through here on a bit of an angle. So at the end of this 4-inch, I'm going to add a 4-inch V-band there and then continue on from that. So where the second mount will be on these 2 factory chassis holes as well. So I'm going to chuck a V-band on that, V-band on the end of this, and yeah, continue on from that. So glad to be getting this old, ugly exhaust off. Come on. Alrighty, so that's all tucked up. I'm just going to pull this last piece off so I could quickly weld this mount so it doesn't snap off. Just got it pointing towards my tail shaft because I don't give a fuck if that gets covered in silt tomorrow. But yeah, loving how it's come up so far. Super clean, the mount system as well. It'll be something similar to that on where the muffler is. I'll probably just put some supports up here as well when I do it. So that's the kind of pipe that comes out of it. this is what I've come up with. So I've had to cut that all the way back so I can get any kind of length with the muffler, just so this 45 actually works. But all the way through, and the best part, sounds exactly like a real one. Alrighty, so got the muffler in and also got the mount. So I had to change the mount location, which was originally here. As you can see, it was way too fucking long. So got it welded up on the muffler there. Nice short, fucking stable. So that's all tucked in. So now I've got another 45 here. I will be figuring out this piece just here. So this mount up here, which is a factory mount, that will be getting missed because you need to come like millimeters away from it just so you can get diff clearance and tail shaft clearance, so your exhaust doesn't get mashed. And look at the state of this. This was literally from one day of driving with that. Dude, you're kidding. Well, life of a TD, I guess. But yeah, I'll figure out this length here, and then I'll get that to be straight, and then kick the another 45 as close as possible. So I've got the 45 in, and this mount we will be missing, and keeping it as close as possible. Obviously not touching it at all because there's going to be a little bit of movement, but we need to keep it as far away from this and this fucker as much as we can. So got the V-band 45 in. So now I just need to grab another 45, figure out the length of this part and where I'm shooting it up. I could honestly, I reckon I'll be able to get a 45 just straight off that. But yeah, we will see. Alrighty, so this is what I come up with. Obviously got the first 45 into the second. I really tried to have another 45 to have this 90, but I just couldn't. So this isn't actually 90, this angle here is a 15-degree pie cut. So that is 70-degree bend upward, and then obviously giving it that 20-degree from there. And then off that will be the 45 and then continue into the tailpipe. So I'll show you what it looks like on the car. So yeah, that's actually come up. I have very close to this. From that angle it looks like it's touching, but it's not. And as close to that as I can. It probably won't even have that much movement as well. But yeah, so I've got quite a bit of diff clearance. Just gonna have to test it out. From that 90 is not what I'm worried about. It's literally just this 45, but can't really negate that. Even if you pie cut it that bit is straight, and we started the bend for the pie cuts would even be like the same angle as well. I've done an exhaust exactly like this, and it had this kind of clearance, and he's fine now, so should be right. Just got to go flex her up after this. So yeah, let's continue with this rear section. So off that, I'll just need to cut the leg of the 45, and that'll give me enough room between the fuel tank and the bend, and I can start shooting it to the rear. So yeah, let's show you what that looks like. Righty, so I've had to cut that V-band off that 90 just because how close it's getting with the V-band. That's obviously giving it an extra 20 something mil. towards the fuel tank. So I'm putting a 45 on this, and I have a bit of length here, and that's going to give me the exact angle I need. And then I have a heap of clearance. So I'm going to put the V-bend on the end of the 45 now. Get it on the right angle and make some marks. Okay, so this is what I've come up with. So I've got the 45 with a 7-degree cut, and that kicks it more to the right because I can't spin that 45 more, because then it starts to twist into the fuel tank, because I'm wanting that, so that angle there, I'm wanting that to be nearly like as close to 45 as I can, because I have 2 more 45s, so I can go 1 and then tip. Yeah, she's looking good with clearances. Yeah, you got about a couple mil everywhere. Yeah, it's a cool looking piece. Heap of bends and stuff in it. But I'm going to mock up the tailpipe and see if that all works before I weld that on, because I might need to change it. Righty, so I've got it flexed up a bit, and yeah, that's gonna clear for sure. I don't have my sway bars out, but even with them out, I'd probably get maybe, I don't know, like 5 inches more travel, something like that. But yeah, that's definitely gonna clear, so we're good to go. Righty, with this 90, I've had to cut about 7.5 degrees off the top and cut both legs on this 45, and I've also cut 45 mil off of this straight, so it can gain a bit of height and also stay away from this shock at the same time. So plenty of clearance on the shock, and it's a little difficult to see, but that is pretty much square with the chassis. So then after that point, I can add a bit of length and my 45, and that'll tuck up in this space here past the mud flap, and I can shoot it. I'm going to do a side dump on this one, I'm thinking. I'll put a straight 45 on it, see what it looks like, but I'm thinking of a straight. A little side dumpy. But yeah, I just need to get the length between here and the 90, and then tack that on and get the length between the end of the 90 or 80-degree bend, whatever it is, and put the 45 on it. Alrighty, so I've just been tossing up with tips, whether I want to go straight down or a bit of a side dump, and I'm loving how that side dump's looking. So I'm going to do that. Looks mint. So yeah, I'll tuck that up. Should be good. Fuck yeah. Alrighty, so this is what I come up with for the rear exhaust mount. So it's just a bit of stainless plate that's been welded into a box. I will be getting a folder, so it's just, I'm going to be maybe 1 or 2 welds that hold it instead of 4. But factory mounts, so bolts into there, space it down about 50 mil, and then I'll be able to chuck a little mount on the side just there. It should be good. So I'm going to install my exhaust, and then yeah, make this last mount. She's good to go. Alright. So I've changed this mount again. It's literally just flat plate running across, and it covers this hole here because it was spaced way too far down. It was pretty much hitting the exhaust right there. So now I'll be able to just chuck a 90 on that, and yeah, should be sweet. for a nice side dump on mine. And with these, they're customizable on tip. So you can do straight down, or you can do a side dump how I have. You can also do pie cuts. So it's really just up to you. Come with all new hardware and all that kind of stuff. It's all on my website. So if you head over to, I'll chuck it in the description and you can go and buy yourself one. First 5 orders get 10% off, which saves you like about $200-300 on these. So yeah, get amongst it. But I'm so happy with how this come out. Let's get a sound check for this, eh?